Now, moving on, the Law Society of Kenya is set to move to court on Monday to challenge the government's directive on holding of public and political meetings. LSK argues the directive by government is unconstitutional and infringes on the rights of Kenyans. This comes as police dispersed a political meeting in Kakamega County in which the organizers accused the police of applying the law selectively.
The bloody scenes witnessed in Murang'a at a political meeting would prompt the National Security Advisory Committee to issue directives to govern public meetings. Directive that would result in the cancellation of a fundraiser by the Deputy President in Nyamira, while a meeting by Governor Alfred Mutua, who is eyeing the presidency, was also called off.
The convener or any person intending to hold a public meeting or a public procession shall A. notify the officer commanding station, OCS, that is OCS, of such intent at least 3 days, but not more than 14 days before the proposed date of the public meeting or procession.
It is this series of events that have seen the Law Society of Kenya say it will be moving to court.
I hereby tell you that that directive is unlawful and unconstitutional. The Law Society will move to court on Monday to challenge that decision.
LSK President Nelson Harvey argues that the directive by the advisory committee endorsed by the cabinet has no legal basis, accusing the executive of applying the law selectively.
That advisory issued a communique to the effect that no public gathering will be lawful unless it is preceded by a 3-day request for permission. And what happens when request for permission is met? They say the request for permission is declined. Yet, President Uhuru Kenyatta, former Prime Minister Raila Odinga are holding public gatherings day after day.
We have to make sure that what is good for the goose is good for the gander. There is no law that applies to one person that doesn't apply to everybody. Wenzangu, social justice. Kuhakikisha pesa yenu kama wananchi haibiwi kila saa kupitia corruption.
Harvey also maintained they'll be occupying parliament after the expiry of the 21-day notice for the president to dissolve parliament, in line with the advisory by the Chief Justice.
Kutokea tarehe 12 Oktoba mwaka huu, bunge halitakuwa halali kamwe. Nanyi kama watu wa Kibera yapasa mwambie mjumbe wenu ambaye ni rafiki yangu sana kwamba yeye hana halali yote ya kujiita mjumbe wenu.
Meanwhile, these were the scenes witnessed in Kakamega. Police forced to lob tear gas to disperse a crowd that had gathered for a political meeting organized by politicians allied to Deputy President. The legislators accused the government of applying law selectively.
Tunasikia ya kwamba Kalonzo ako na mkutano ya kanisa kule Machakos kesho. Hata hiyo na leo Raila amekuwa Siaya na maombi na wazee wa Kikuyu. Mbona hiyo haikusimamishwa? Kwani Raila sio Mkenya ama Raila ni Muganda?
I don't get permission to speak from a police officer. Really, if you respected us, you would have given us the order to disperse.
Wanataka tuende wapi?
Na ikiwa rais anataka kutamasisha mambo ya maombi, atamasisha hapa, azuie ile ya Machakos, asimamishe mikutano ya Raila, tutajua kwamba kila Mkenya astahili kutembea.
Meanwhile, Kandui MP Wafula Wamunyinyi wants funds meant for foreign travel by MCAs, MPs and government VIPs to be used to boost school infrastructure.
But when Corona came about, travel was suspended. Serikali, particularly idara ya finance, treasury, ichukue hiyo pesa ambayo ilikuwa imekadiriwa safari za serikali idara mbalimbali iende ili wajenge madarasa zaidi, wanunue hizi masks.
For Channel 1 News, I'm Gladys Mongai.